Can I ask you a question? Did you ever buy into an Us Weekly? Like, did you ever try any of these fad diets? I mean, I know that looking back and hearing you say that, it's so funny because I haven't thought about that in so many years, you know?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
like the first time you say it, I feel like I can see a cover on my face right now, like in my mind, that is just placating. And I think when I started out, that was a conversation I would have, which was all about, it's the fast, like losing the fast 10, losing the fast 15, right? And how do you do that quickly? And then not thinking about who your readers are, or that this is being sold in a grocery store in a line where somebody can just pick up and breeze through, whether they're going to buy the magazine or not. Did you ever try any of these diets?
Oh yeah. I mean, I was on a diet probably like since I was 12, on and off. And I think that it was not like what I think that is, there's always improvement, like room for improvement with our society, but especially in terms of diet culture. But I feel like then it was not focused on lifestyle. It was not focused on being healthy. Like you said, it was about the fast 10. It was about the 15 pounds that you could lose in 2 days. Like that's just not how our bodies work. So, when you're 15 and you think about, oh, I can lose 15 pounds in 2 days, like of course that gets to you. And unfortunately I look back and I'm like, I wasted so much time. I wasted so much time on trying to fit into that sort of, very unrealistic, but very unhealthy beauty standard. And I don't even think I realized how unhealthy it was until many, many years later, because it's still sort of that narrative trickled into our society more and more. And now that we're getting more inclusive and representation is growing in media, I think that's really helped that, but we still have a long ways to go, I think.
I hear you speak, and the first thing that sort of comes to my mind, and I don't know if it was similar to you, but like, my mom was very much on the Atkins diet when I was younger. Like Atkins was the way, like a Billy's boot camp was like, the thing. I can relate to you, when I don't even know how young, to be honest, so I'm not going to put an age to it, but around let's say 11, 12. I went and actually met with Atkins myself, was put onto the diet. And, and that was sort of, it was a thing of at that period of time. And I don't know if it was the same with maybe your family as well, but at that period of time, it was sort of like you're figuring out what the doctors are telling you that your kid needs, sort of thing. Right. And at that point, I was always the bigger girl. And I think I was in some capacity very insecure about my weight and didn't know why I was different and didn't take that ownership just yet. But I remember being on the Atkins diet. I don't know if you've ever been on it, but
I was on it when I was like 13 too. So I get it.
So thank you, another sister.
Yeah.
Well, did you have the whole thing where you couldn't eat a fruit for 2 weeks?
I feel like I didn't do the like Atkins diet to the T. I feel like I just cut out carbs except for like I definitely just watched you had to like calculate how many carbs you had in a day, but I didn't do that 2 week increment thing. I think I just went cold turkey.
Well, we went 2 weeks in, and I always remember it because I remember having my first apple and was like, oh my God, it's like candy. It's like candy. My mom's like, you're crazy. I was like, I'm telling you. But no, I mean, moving forward, it's nice to hear where we all have come from in a society and the diet culture that we've all been accustomed to. And to know also that we, in some capacity, were worked into that at one point in our lives. And we've had to come up into our confidence by saying, moving forward, it's about living a healthy lifestyle. What's healthy to you? There's no definition besides the definition that you give yourself. And moderation and living a happy lifestyle with your relationship with food is so important.
Yeah. I mean, I think we just, like everything in life, as we grow up, we start learning what serves us and what makes us feel good. And especially when it comes to your health and you start learning your body and if you don't do it for the same reasons that you did it when you were 13 years old, you're doing it because you want to live a healthy lifestyle. You're getting older, things are feeling different, you have to take care of yourself. So I think that, to me, that's what I wish that was what people told me when I was younger. and push that instead of this mentality of like, you have to lose 20 pounds. That will be healthy, you know? And it's like, I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think that we can preach a healthy lifestyle and teach kids that from an early age, and so they can bring those tools with them throughout their entire life and not figure it out when they're, you know, in their 20s or 30s and like, oh shoot, I have to, you know, now get healthy.
I sort of look back as well and see it's like the forbidden fruit, right? Like I sort of felt like when you put me on a diet, it just sort of made me want to rebel more when I was younger, because it was like, you know, you're telling me that I can't have this thing, but then I'm trying to figure out who I am and my own morals and what means something to me. And it's that push and shove, right?
Yeah, absolutely.